Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pop Art Hunter channel, and today we're going to be doing an unwrapping. It's kind of like an unboxing, except I sort of already took it out of the box, but it's sort of similar to it. You'll get the point. You know, I didn't really look at this item yet. It's the 9 Old Men from Walt Disney, and it's the Flipbook collection. It's from their archive series, and we're going to be going ahead and unwrapping it. Again, I took it out of the main box, but you get the point. But we're going to be unwrapping it for the first time and be looking at the Flipbooks and how great they all are. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, here we go. There is the 9 Old Men Flipbooks collection. It's the Flipbooks. And actually, this set looks a little bit bigger than I thought that it was going to be. When I first ordered it, I was expecting actually about a fourth of this. I thought it was just going to be a little miniature set of Flipbooks, but it turned out to be much larger. You know, it is about 6 1/4 inch square, and then it is actually almost 7 inches tall, about 6 1/4 to 7 inches tall. So it's a pretty, almost cube, but much bigger than I expected. Again, I was thinking it was probably going to be in this, like, you know, maybe 3-inch area or something like that, 3 inches square. I thought they would be very tiny Flipbooks, but so I was pleasantly surprised when I received this. I think it was good for the price that I paid. So let's go ahead and open it. Now you can see, again, it is a little taller on the side. It is split, so this top piece is going to come off, and then nothing on the back or on the bottom. We do have a little bit of information on the back side about the piece. You know, there's the ISBN number. If you care to purchase, I can put some of those details below. You got the original purchase price and some of those things, a little bit of history about it. So a little info card. So let's go ahead and get started and open this up. So what I like to do is use a knife to just start cutting some of the plastic. And typically with this, it's going to make it very easy to just open it up after you've done that. Right on these little vacuum seal seams, you can usually just rip that apart. So I try to rip more than I cut, just so I don't use the blade accidentally to mess something up, and so I like to do it that way. So we've got this little card, again, a little info card regarding the box itself. So open this box and discover a world of Disney animation that has never before been seen. There's 9 hardcover Flipbooks contained within this box, and it pays tribute to, again, those original animators. So again, kind of a cool piece. Here it gives you a little bit more details about it. All right. And then here's the box itself. It's a nice, it kind of has a sort of a linen feel to it almost. It's, you know, pretty nicely done. It's got the gold embossed letters on the top. All right, so we open it up. Oh, this is just real quality. It's a really nice looking set. I mean, again, the look and the feel of it, and the fact that these Flipbooks are also hardcover. It would have been very easy for them to have made these softcover. You know, I actually thought that this book here, which is just a description of the Flipbooks and a little bit of the history of this set, I thought that all the books were going to be like this. They were just going to be a softcover edition, but they're actually hardcover. It's pretty amazing considering the cost of the set. I mean, you get a really cool set of books for a large size, and they're hardcover. So let's take a look at one of these. So we have Ollie Johnston, and this is Frank and Ollie. If you don't know about Frank and Ollie, it's about Frank as well. So Frank Thompson. So there's a cool documentary about Frank and Ollie, and they were kind of known within the Disney area, one for their great drawings, but also they were kind of a tag team. I think they lived close to one another for most of their lives, and they worked together on a lot of productions together. But Frank and Ollie, if you've never seen that documentary, that might be a fun one for you to try. So let's start with Ollie, since that's the first one I pulled out. So this is Thumper from Disney's Bambi. And what's really neat is these are actually scans of the actual cell sheets. And so you actually have the little stoppers at the bottom, or the little peg holes that will where they would have lined things up, and so it's actually included within that. It's a little bit hard to see here. I might actually have to end up flipping these backwards. So we're going to go in reverse here, so you can see some of the animation. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. I like it. So yeah, these are pretty neat. Again, it's hard to line this up so that you can see everything at once, but Oh, there he goes, eating the pine cone, and it's gone. That's really cool. I like these because this, I have a lot of books and a lot of, different items that I keep around there, coffee table books or things like that, or just little showpieces to kind of make conversation with people. But these are really cool because it's interactive. So somebody can pick it up and be like, oh, well, what was your favorite movie? Oh, it was Bambi? Well, here's a really cool piece for you. And this will show them, a little bit more about the process. I think people these days have a general idea of animation and how it works. The fact that it's, these multiple images. And I think because of the digital media, 24 frames per second, 30 frames per second, those terms are used, not really knowing where they derive from, where, when you were doing 24 frames a second back in the animation days, that meant a whole lot more to somebody than what it means now, which is just a setting on After Effects or Premiere or some editing program. Where back in the day they were thinking how many weeks and days was it going to spend to do those 24 frames and to draw everything and then convert it into the production cells and onward. So pretty cool book. So we got Frank Thomas. I'm not going to go through and flip through all of these. I'll show you maybe a couple examples. Again, it's kind of hard to show on camera everything that's happening here. Oh, this is the spaghetti scene. Look at that. I actually found a decent angle here, so I might actually flip through more than I was expecting. But yeah, so it's got a picture of the old man in the 9 Old Men on the back. It has all of the drawings within for that particular scene. And then a nice cover, and again this almost linen quality on the binding. It's a smoother matte finish on the book itself, but the binding is really cool and it matches that gold embossing on the front. So I think that that's really cool. They did a good job tying all the theme together. So we got Frank Johnston. We got Ollie Johnston, Frank Thomas. We got the softcover Flipbook. And then we have John Lounsbury, and this, I believe, is from the Jungle Book. Is that accurate? I just need to see here. I think it's from the Jungle Book, correct? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that elephant is from the Jungle Book. So there's John Lounsbury. All right, and then we have Les Clark. It's hard to read. It's hard to read today. So you got Les Clark. This is from Fantasia. This is almost like a quiz for me. How much Disney trivia do I remember and can I recognize it? So we got Wooly Leatherman, which this is interesting. I don't recognize this at all. What is this from? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. It's looks like what would be a T-Rex fighting a Stegosaurus. I don't know if those are the exact names of these dinos, but it looks good enough for me. So yeah, I'm trying to look on here. They don't say specifically what production these came from, which would be nice. That's one thing I guess I can see from somebody not knowing these productions. I don't recognize this one offhand, and so I don't know where this is from. I have no idea what production this is from, so it would be really nice if they had that list on there. They also might be considering that someone might be a bigger fan than I am who is going to purchase this book series, and that they would know, and they probably should know. Also, I am not recognizing at first blush. This looks like that cat from Pinocchio, but I do not think that is it. So this is Eric Larson, and I don't know where this cat is from exactly. Again, it kind of looks like the cat from Pinocchio. I know it's not the cat, but there's like the cat that goes with Pinocchio somewhere. Pinocchio wasn't my favorite Disney movie by any means, but it kind of has a similar facial structure. It's cattish. That's where the similarities end. It's cattish. All right, let's see if I get any. Oh, okay. Well, this is Tinkerbell, so this is from that one movie that I can't remember the name from. Peter Pan. It's been one of those decades. Let's see if we can get it that focused in there. So we got Tinkerbell falling off a block. And I don't remember the block in that movie specifically, so that was probably from one scene. Yeah, and it doesn't have any specifics on here about character or about the particular movie it's from, which again, I think is... Hold on, let me just make sure that I'm not missing something. So there's nothing on the front cover. On the back cover, they have... one of the cells that's just kind of static on there. And then the back, they give more information about the 9th or 1th old man that they're talking about. So this is Mark Davis with Tinkerbell, but again, they don't tell you the character, the movie that it's from, or the cartoon, or the the short that it's from, which again I feel is a miss, but I'm not complaining because this set is just so cool. We got Milt Call or Cal. This is from 101 Dalmatians. If you're not familiar, I know some of these. Yeah, just a cool series of books here. I love these. Now there is a follow-up set to this called 9 More Old Men, which I may or may not have already purchased, and we may or may not review on this channel. So we'll get to that eventually. And then here is Ward Kimball, and this is Tweedledee and Tweedledum from Alice in Wonderland, and this is actually a much larger book, and I'm trying to just flip through real quick to see as to why that would be. It's just a longer sequence probably. So let me go ahead and get this close so you can hopefully see it. I know I'm going a little fast here. I'm not doing true animation style by showing you all the motions there. Kind of flopping through some pages. But this one's actually a little bit bigger than the other ones. There's a significant difference in size there. So I'm not sure why they chose to go through that. They just need to fill up the box appropriately in a certain fashion. But that is a big one. Most of the other ones are roughly the same size, and this one is just a little bit bigger. So they fit very nicely inside the box. I'm trying to do them all at once there. And then you have the soft copy there, the soft cover, describing the series, and this really nice cover. And again, it just fits together so nicely. And so I can see actually putting this on a bookshelf, sort of inserting into the bookshelf this way, with having the 9 Old Men showing out of the bookcase, and then being able to slip that out of the bookcase and show it to people. Or you just pop it in the middle of a coffee table just like this, and have people look inside, and maybe even take one of the books out and kind of have it sitting around so they know what it is, and kind of go from there. I think it's a really cool set, and yeah, just really, I just the quality is really impressive. I did not expect it to be this large. I did not put it in backwards. I did not expect it to be this large. I did not expect the quality of the books themselves, and also the hard cover of the flip books themselves. That's really neat. It's good for keeping them in good condition for a long period of time. If they're soft cover, obviously those things curl and kind of change a little bit, whereas the hardcover seem to be a little bit more durable and protective. So really cool set of flip books here. I think this is a good example of how animation works, and the process of how the animators would painstakingly go back and forth and flip through and make adjustments and fine-tune things. And this just shows that process. And I think it's a cool showpiece. I mean, obviously they're not authentic drawings, but I think it is a good conversation piece, and can show young people, or even those who are not familiar with the animation field, how this exactly works, and how those things progressed to being just a concept on a piece of paper, to actually having movement attached to it, and then where it moves on from there to actually making the production cell. So the 9 Old Men collection is really cool. I mean, obviously Disney's 9 Old Men were a very integral part of the animation genesis of how things developed over the years. And I mean, there were other animators that came after them, but many of them look back to those those few animators that really made an impact on that studio and the animation world as a whole. There also is another set of these called 9 More Old Men, and we might be looking at that in the future. So thanks for watching, and catch us next time on Pop Art Hunter.